Hello and greetings, and welcome to another ABE video. But this one's slightly different. I'm not actually going to be reading or talking about the new commentaries book. I'm going to be giving a very recent communication from the unified field, what we call ABE. Um, those people familiar with my work, previous work a few years ago, will know that actually 2 years ago in February 2022, 2 years ago to the month, um, I started a series of what I call ABE updates. My friend and colleague Nicola, who receives the ABE communications with the unified field, would pass on to me any new communication that she received, what we call nudges, because they come out of the blue. And then I started to read them uh, into these update videos. And that happened, and that continued from February. And the last update, the last communication was July 2022. So I haven't done an update since then. But synchronicity calls, because just as I'd started to release the new ABE communications, yesterday, Sunday, the 4th of February, Nicola sent me a message on my phone, said, I got another nudge out the blue. Here it is. And I thought it was quite relevant to now. So today is Monday the 5th. I'm reading out this new communication that I received yesterday. And this video will probably go out on Wednesday, the 7th. So this is the communication. And again, those people who are not familiar with the way that ABE is received, sometimes it's strange kind of syntax and punctuation. So ABE says, you see here, and what we say here now is with great reverence in all that has been conveyed. We would like to say this: each and every one of you have never not been home. It is a trick that you do so playing yourselves. For how can you not be that in which you are already? You are already whole. For you see, you have sliced and diced, and placed and displaced, and all is to say you are still home, only you have not allowed it to be so, you see. Yes, there are things outside yourself that do so sway and blow you but this way and that. But you see, if you yourself are in allowance, in the continuance of, no matter where you are blown, you will always remain home. This is but so very important now, for storms outside may blow. But you see, you will remain, and in this, even if blew afar, you will indeed be in fertile soil to grow, to root, and to be home, so long as you allow. Allow yourselves to move, for rooted is within, and you are your entirety. You see, we do so hope this is conveyed now, so that you can indeed allow that, allow your entirety. For you see, the outer picture will be blurred, and if you are only in direct relation to this, it will be hard to see or allow that which does so want to come, that is already here, like consciousness. Change channel. Your old program will be but discontinued. Do not hold on to rewatching, trying to tune on that in which wants to play out now, you see. But hear this: do not allow others to scare you into thinking that you are not already it vibrationally. You see, all of you are home. The only doing so is if you do so allow. And you see, these could be your so-called enlightened ones that do so create this fear. Do not go with those who preach that you are not already it. For you see, you are. Do not be dismayed by those whom have taken it upon themselves to stand upon the podium and say, you too could be here if only this or that. For you see, this knowing is right there with you. It walks beside, not above. Now you see, that is allowance, allowing self to then allow others. And they will know that, and most importantly, they will allow that. I mean, it's quite a long message, and there are a lot of terms there which are very familiar to me and to those people who have read Abe. Abe often talks about the way back home. We have to be home with ourselves, and we've been taken away from home by the outer distractions. And that's why Abe says we have to allow ourselves. Allowing is almost like love, really. It's accepting and being in the flow, being in the right energy. So Abe starts off by saying that we've never not been home. We're always in our home vibration. We are home. We are whole and an entirety. But you see, life slices and dices us. It cuts us up and gets us distracted and pulled away from ourselves. And so we don't feel whole. We've been uh, taken astray. And Abe says, now that the storms are blowing outside of it, it's important we feel home. We feel the centeredness. Because if we are feeling this home vibration, then we won't be so easily blown this way and that. Because to feel home in our entirety, we are then rooted. And that's our fertile soil to be growing. So we have to allow ourselves to be in our home residence. Don't resist it or try to run away, chasing our tails, going here or hither and thither. And so they said that, our old program will be discontinued, the old vibration, the old attachments. So we really do need now to be clearly allowing our home vibration to be synchronized with that. And they said, don't allow others to scare you into thinking we are not already home. We are not already in, or we can allow our home vibration, but others are scaring us away from this. Interestingly, I think for the first time, they've used the phrase enlightened ones in a kind of ironic way. They said, um, you know, our so-called enlightened ones could be the ones creating fear. Perhaps this means people that we give our esteem to, put on a pedestal, so-called, gurus or online, whatever, coaches or spiritual people. We give away our entirety to them, but they're not allowing us to be already completely ourselves. Um, they said that, do not do not be dismayed by those people who stand on a podium and say, you could be here if this or that. Forget those people who say that. We should know that we are already in alignment with ourselves. We just have to not resist it, allow it, open up to it. And when we allow ourselves, we then allow other people to be their natural selves. And this is how it works. This is the relations between ourselves. If we can be natural and homed and grounded and in our natural feeling of entirety, not splintered by modern life or energetically entangled into other kind of webs, then that state of home resonance, which is calm and balanced, then allows other people to be there. It's almost as if we are kind of vibrationally syncing up into attunement. So there's a lot there in that message, and I think it's very timely, especially now when the outer storms are blowing more than previously. So that's an update from Abe, and I thought I would add it because it came out of the blue, and I think it's very timely. And so I'll leave it at that. And perhaps down the line, there'll be another reading from the reality game, the new commentaries on the ABE communications. So, as always, stay well, be grounded, and allow yourselves. Cheers.